afternoon, everyone. I am April J. Pardon. I'm accredited competency assessor and food processing institute. I will be your assessor for today's competency assessment. I would like to acknowledge the presence of our test representative, food processing officer, Christine Sernat, and for the AC officers, Ms. Isabel Gabriela. And for the test representative, we have Erica Sarien. You do not have to worry about their presence. They are here to oversee the conduct of competency assessment and to check if the conduct is in accordance with the prescribed competency assessment methodologies and procedures, so they will not assess. Before we proceed, may I inform you that this session are being monitored, recorded, and live streamed through the CCTV camera in the TESDA Albay Provincial Office and TESDA Regional Office. It is for documentation, audit, and quality assurance purposes. So I have here your consent form, which means that we, including me, agree to be recorded and to the other terms, including the sharing of your CCTV footage to authorized representatives indicated in this form. All recordings will remain confidential and used strictly for official TESDA purposes. So do you give your consent to proceed under the conditions? Also, I have here with me your application forms and self-assessment guides. These are proof that you are willing and ready to undergo the assessment. So before we proceed, please kindly submit your admission slip. Also, can you present a valid ID for validation and please sign on the attendance sheet? So once I call your name, this is the Miss May Oina and also Miss Leah Flor. So thank you. So before we proceed to the competency assessment, let me inform you first what is assessment. So assessment is the process of gathering and evaluating evidence to determine whether a candidate can perform or place task according to the competency standard. So for food processing in situ, this assessment will determine your ability to prepare equipment, tools, and utensils, also sort and trade raw materials, perform fish and other marine products, apply food safety and good manufacturing practices, and also prepare and present production reports. So your performance will be evaluated based on performance criteria, range of variables, evidence guide, and critical aspect of competency. Second is the qualification or unit of competency to be assessed. Our qualification today is the food processing in situ, and it consists of basic, common, and core competencies. So, but today's assessment, we will focus on the core competencies and their unit of competencies. Our unit of competency is processed food by fermentation and pickling. This includes preparing equipment and tools according to manufacturer's specifications, and also sorting and grading materials, the size, shape, maturity, and freshness. So performing acetic or lactic acid fermentation for 2 to 4 weeks, and also performing alcoholic fermentation for 1 to 2 weeks process. So fermenting fish and other marine products and preparing production report including input, output, and yields and variance. So next is the task to be performed. Time limits and evidence to be collected during this assessment. You will be required to select, check, and calibrate and sanitize equipment for 30 minutes, sort and prepare raw materials such as fruits, vegetables, fish, or marine products for 45 minutes, and perform fermentation according to specifications for 1 hour, and apply proper measurements, ratios, and computations for 30 minutes, and also observe food safety, the ACCP principles, and GMP for 20 minutes, and also record and present production data for 25 minutes. So the total assessment time is approximately 3 hours and 30 minutes. Assessment procedures to be undertaken is the assessment will use at least two of the following methods, which is the direct observation of your practical performance, oral questioning, written test, and also review of production report and documentations. So assessment will take place in a simulated workplace or actual work environment and equipment with fermentation pots, chillers or refrigerators, selling equipment, and also weighing scales and cutting tools and kitchen utensils. It also required raw materials and ingredients. The result of the assessment, after evaluation, you will receive one of the following results, which is the competency. You have met all required standards, and for not yet competent, which is some required competencies were not fully demonstrated. So the result will be explained to you after the assessment. This is the needs to be considered during assessment. So if you have any religious practices, condition or medication that may affect your performance, please inform me now. So reasonable adjustment may be provided without compromising competency standards. For medication, for those candidates who need to take their medications or maintenance within the duration of our assessment, just inform me and I will allow you to take your medication. And next, the reasonable adjustments may include the clarification of instructions, additional time when justified, and use of appropriate assistive. However, adjustment must not compromise the integrity of the competency standards. Next is we have the do's and don'ts inside the competency assessment. For those, follow food safety and sanitation procedures for proper PPE, calibrate equipment before use, following instructions carefully, and record accurate production data. And for those, we have to communicate with other candidates during assessment is not allowed, and use unauthorized notes of materials, perform unsafe acts, and tamper with production reports. So, if you get a violation of assessment rules, it may lead to disqualifications. Next is the right and appeal system. So, you have the right to fair and unbiased assessment, confidentiality of results, assess to feedback, and appeal the assessment decision if you believe that decision is unfair. And also you may file an appeal following this the official appeal procedure within the prescribed time frame. Next is the issuance and validity of the NC or COC. So if you are declared competent in all required unit of food processing in situ, you will be recommended for the issuance of a national certificate in situ. And if you are competent in selected unit only, you will receive a certificate of competency or the COC, and the national certificate is valid for 5 years and from the date of issuance. So instructions for the e-certification implementation. So TESDA is currently implementing the e-certificate system starting from August 28, 2023 until December 31, 2023. They will be running a parallel implementations. This means that you have the option to either receive your traditional paper-based national certificate or for the newly introduced e-certificate. If you achieve a competent result in your assessment and chase the e-certificate, your national certificate will be sent to your provided email address within 1 day after the assessment. Next is the reassessment procedure. So if you are declared not yet competent, you may apply for reassessment in the specific unit where competency was not achieved. So you will be informed of area for improvement, reassessment schedule, and applicable reassessment fees. A candidate for full qualification assessed as not yet competent may apply for reassessment anytime at your own convenience. Reassessment shall only focus on the candidate shall pay the full assessment fee formulated by the TESDA board. If you have any questions regarding the assessment process, you may ask now.